So, oh my god, man. I shouldn't have, but it won't scare me off too bad. I went and I grabbed that, and because I can't find mine, I grabbed this as well. You know, the thing is that I've become curious. I would love it if I knew a store that I could go into to test audio equipment, and that they would have in stock, pairs of devices that I could, use and test out, to see essentially, you know, what a pair of $1,000+ headphones sounds like compared to, something like this, and to see the difference and what this sounds like, this particular device sounds like, and the Sony's highest end Walkman and everything. The swap between like what was originally a $500 device a couple of years ago and a modern device that's like over 1,000. So you're talking about a budget of sinking like over $2,000 into all of this, and I would like to be able to go somewhere and test all that together, and then have mine on hand and compare, because I want to know. I really, I'm I'm curious. I mean, I'm not an audiophile yet. I wouldn't call myself one, even though I am, as you know, very much so into music. I'm very engaged with it, and very much so a music buff. I mean, it's rare that I encounter an iconic song that I'm not yet familiar with, but obviously my interest in music is often at times very niche. Being such a goth, and I don't mean goth in the sense of listening to like goth rock. I mean goth in the sense that I listen to industrial, EBM, electronic body music, future pop genre, stuff. I listen to synth. I listen to some techno on the side. I listen to Nine Inch Nails. I listen to industrial, obviously. Yes, I listen to the Cabaret Voltaire or whatever those guys that did. If you can't, why kill time if you can kill yourself? Those guys, I listen to. I love the Cab, as I sometimes affectionately shorthand them too. When I'm talking about them, I'm actually more into them than Throbbing Gristle, who only really seem to jive with when I with the song God, Hot on the Heels of Love. Yeah, that's the one. I don't know what it is with them. They seem to be a one-hit wonder band that really wasn't like really into. They're a one-hit wonder band that never really made it to the radio in order to be a one-hit wonder. But they made one song, as far as I can tell, that was any good, and it was "Hot on the Heels of Love." And that was it. That was the only song that they ever did that was any good. And other than that, but despite that, the industrial people like Trent Reznor and all of us owe a massive debt of gratitude to Throbbing Gristle and the singer of the band, and you know tribute to them and everything, because they were the pioneers that walked so the rest of us could run. Basically, I mean, it was going to be brutal at first, I think, given that this was, musicians experimenting at that point with entirely new, tools in their arsenal to make sound and everything. And so whenever music has to drift into, a new period of time in which there's a bunch of brand new technology that the musicians have to play around with and learn how to synergize into something that actually sounds good and appealing, you're going to run into scenarios like this. And I know that I'm kind of shitting on a very popular band with industrial fans, but I mean, it's not my thing. I mean, I'm not. Hey, look, I don't judge you. I don't look down on you. I don't think anything less of you if you're into them and their other stuff. I don't look at you through a negative lens, and I hope you don't look at me through a negative lens. It's just not for me for the most part. You know, I found that the cab was a lot better at just actually making songs that actually connected and did, you know, pretty well at, you know, stirring that, whatever that is, up in me, that, you know, tapping my foot along with and everything. They were just so much better at that, you know, and obviously I have discovered ever since I stopped listening to the FM radio, and what did it for us was just our Prius had a USB port in it that you could put music on, and if you put MP3s on that damn thing, you were just able to, you know, play your songs in the car. I usually didn't get a chance, an opportunity to take it over. In fact, I don't think I even had one in that damn thing. But you know, nature of the beast. I learned to drive on our current car, which is, you know, a Toyota Camry from 2024. I like that I'm in a financial situation at this point where, as a we're in a situation as a family where, you know, when mom pays it off, she intends to just upgrade to, you know, another newest version of the car. We're doing all right. We're not rich or anything, but you know, it's coming together slowly. I'll just put it like that. It's not really happening really quickly, and yeah. So, anyways, my notification to you all, if you're still here at, you know, 6 minutes in, is that I intend to share my thoughts about these two devices paired together and the sound quality with the internet.